Track. The women's 1,500 meters presented by Adidas. I've been looking forward to this race all day long. There you see the records established by Mary Slaney, especially the American record back in Stockholm, 1983. Regina Jacobs versus Suzy Favor-Hamilton. This is going to be fun.
It really will be. And there you see Suzy Favor-Hamilton, and had what the officials and Suzy called afterwards a panic attack at the Olympic final 1,500 meters in Sydney. Right up with the lead, had a chance for gold, felt all the weight of expectations on her shoulder, the stress, the anxiety she'd been going through, had what was later determined a panic attack, spent 3 months talking with clinical psychologists. She says, now I run for myself. And she stayed in the lead for another 80 meters and then hit the deck. And she was out of the competition, got up to struggle home 12th.
Brave admission for the young lady from Madison, Wisconsin. And here she is, Regina Jacobs, 9 times the USA champion.
Question, who was president in 1980? That was the first year that this woman qualified for the Olympic trials. She had just turned 17 years of age, been on 4 Olympic teams. And the relationship between she and Suzy, not the closest of friends. When you're trying to be the best in an event at the top, and there's 2 people clashing all the time over the years they both put in, it doesn't get close, and both want to win dramatically here.
All these runners have something to prove, especially Hamilton, especially Jacobs, because they've had what I think we can call a disappointing spring and early summer. We saw up in Portland, we saw Regina pull right off the track, as a matter of fact.
She has suffered from some viruses that have been difficult for her. Suzy took some time off in the fall, got herself together, started back in training up in Wisconsin. 12 competitors off the mark here. The fastest time in the United States this year belongs to Regina Jacobs, now 37 years young. Possessor of great speed, as is Suzy Favor. Favor likes to run up close in the lead. Oftentimes, Regina will lay back off the pace.
Priscilla Hein in the short black hair, 5'4", out of Arizona State with the early lead. Suzy Favor-Hamilton in second at this point. That time you were talking about, just under 4 minutes 5 seconds established by Regina earlier for the best American time so far.
Keep an eye on another time that we'll see how fast the split is. They look like they're moving along very comfortably at a solid pace. 4:01 and change is the best in the world this year.
Number 4:02 is Priscilla Hein. Out in front, Suzy Favor-Hamilton running second in 4th position. Coming up is Regina Jacobs.
Shayne Culpepper in the yellowish top is back in 3rd place right now. One of America's best. She finished 4th in the U.S. Olympic trials at 1,500 meters last year. She is in 3rd.
Hein, Favor-Hamilton, and then Culpepper.
The pace, Adrian, slightly slow. Not a bad time. 67 seconds for the first 400 meters. Let's see if it's maintained or they let up here a little bit.
All eyes were on Alan Webb, of course, in the men's 1,500 meters, and then Berryhill and Gabe Jennings surprised all of us. Webb finishing way back in the pack, but I think this matchup in the women's 1,500 is just as exciting.
Laying off the pace early, now moving up slightly. Number 441, there you see her, the short brown hair and the sunglasses, is Regina Jacobs. Favor in 2nd place. Culpepper with the yellow top in 3rd. And to Culpepper's right, that is Regina Jacobs. 2 laps to go. 1:58 right now. The pace could frankly favor either woman here. Both have very good kicks. I'm talking about Favor or Regina Jacobs. It depends often who gets the jump on whom.
At this point, Favor-Hamilton running second behind Priscilla Hein has the advantage. There on the outside in the short hair, you can see her pulling up almost even to 3rd now is Regina Jacobs, and there she goes, right beside Suzy Favor-Hamilton, exactly what we expected.
Turning into a tactical race right now. Both women have confidence in their kicks. We'll see who can wind up the victor. And I think these two are the prohibitive favorites right now. If they don't win, it would be a shock.
Hein, Favor-Hamilton, Jacobs. Now Suzy Favor-Hamilton moving out front.
Another way, Adrian, to show that the pace is moderate. Look how well bunched they are well into the race. No group of 3 or 4 people have pulled away from the rest of the field.
This is what we had hoped for. Regina Jacobs pushing Suzy Favor-Hamilton from Madison, Wisconsin. 2 disappointing springs so far, certainly, but they're running a beautiful tactical race at this point. 1 lap to go.
Sarah Schwald in third place. Shayne Culpepper in fourth. 3:06. They go by with 1 lap to go.
All right, now who has the advantage? Is it like cycling because Regina's right behind the leader here? She can know when to make the move?
Regina likes to hold on and has probably the fastest top-end speed right now. It's really hard to say they're that close. Look at them pull away right now.
Suzy favor Hamilton with that long stride. Regina Jacobs in second.
200 meters to go. Half a lap around your local high school track. The person doing the most work is the one in the lead because the person in second is drafting, just like cars and car racing.
Into the final stretch, Suzy favor Hamilton being pushed by Regina Jacobs. So much pride is on the line here in Eugene, Oregon. Now it's Jacobs pulling ahead of Suzy favor Hamilton in the women's 1,500 meters. Regina Jacobs is going to redefine her style and win this event. Past Suzy favor Hamilton in second place.
A 60-second last 400 meters for both Jacobs and Favor Hamilton. Both of them have a lot to be proud of. Excellent, excellent last sprint. You need that type of raw speed and movement when you get to the World Championships. It's who has the best finish that often makes the difference. Suzy goes over and congratulates Regina. Nicely done by both of them. Drafting actually pushes, if you're in the lead, you got to push away the air. It doesn't sound like much, but it's easier for the person in second place to coast and draft off. She tries to go by, realizes she's running out of the straightaway here, and decides to wait till the home stretch. The last 200 meters would prove to be run in 29.1 seconds. 59.4 was the actual 400-meter final split for the woman in second place. Now watch her. She's just building off Favor Hamilton. Both of them know they have another gear for top-end speed. Notice the arm action accelerate. Their speed is accelerating. Notice the drift out into lane 2 by the leader, making it more difficult for the person in second to go by. All for naught, however. Top-end speed goes to the older woman. 37-year-old Regina Jacobs, 4-time Olympian, wins another national title.
10 national titles now, and you can see in the final 50 meters, she was never more than half a stride behind Suzy favor Hamilton to her left.
Both of them have been stars now, going on 15 and 17 years respectively on the national scene, and they're still running amongst the best in the world. Regina Jacobs wins out over Suzy favor Hamilton.
The national champion, but at the same time, two young ladies from Madison, Wisconsin in the top 3. Jacobs, Hamilton, and then Schwald. For the 10th time, Regina is the national champion. Dwight Stones is standing by. Dwight?
Suzy, you took the lead a little bit early after up a pretty slow pace. So it was gonna go into your hands or to Regina's. What were you thinking when you were still leading with coming down the home stretch?
Actually, this race, going into this race, I definitely just wanted to run my own race, feel relaxed. I actually didn't want to put a lot of effort in, and today, I honestly didn't until the last 200. I'm definitely gearing up for the European circuit, something I've never done, so I'm just excited about what's ahead now.
Congratulations for making the team again. 10 national championships. I was still competing when you were winning national championships.
I remember that.
It's unbelievable.
I was an age grouper, right?
That's right, exactly right. You've overcome the Achilles thing reasonably well, but is it still a problem?
It's still a problem, and like when you watch the NBA playoffs, they were talking about how many of them were injured, and it's just what professional athletes have to live with. When you train at that level, you're bound to pick up injuries, and this one was kind of unfortunate because of the timing, but I'm managing, I think, really well.
Have you learned any lesson over the last couple of years that you just can't race? You've got to really prepare for the big meets and hope that you can arrive there really fit and ready? That's
what I've done, and so we really started a racing season pretty late this year, so cross my fingers. I hope to compete as well as you did when you were in the Europeans, because you were amazing. It's time for a gold medal in a World Championships, don't you think? I think so. I think, if not by me, by someone, definitely. Congratulations. A great race, Regina. Thank you.
That tendon really hurt Achilles' heel throughout the early season. You heard what she had to say about starting really kind of late outdoors, but there's the payoff today. She gets her vengeance over Suzy favor Hamilton and is the national champion for the 10th time. We'll be back to Eugene in a moment.